Siri, what are we doing in today's video?
I am controlling your game, Full Moon. I will tell you what you have to build, or I will find you and take you.
In today's video, I'm going to be letting Siri dictate what I build in a Fortnite mini battle royale. If you go on to enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it lets me know that you enjoy these types of videos. And if you want to support me, make sure you're using creator code FULLMOON in the item shop. And with all that being said, let's get into the video. So basically, all I'm going to do is ask my phone how many biomes we should have in this map, how many POIs we should make, and maybe the loot pool. Siri is going to dictate a lot, but it's not going to be like a crazy amount. So let's go ahead and ask Siri how many biomes we are going to be having on this map. Siri, pick a number between 1 and 3. The answer, as you can see, is 3. So we're going to be building 3 biomes on this map. That's exciting. I'm super hyped. So let's go ahead and get that started. So the first thing I did was get out the galleries that I needed to build the biomes that I was going to do. I had decided on doing a grass biome, a desert biome, and a volcanic biome, which I thought were pretty unique 3 POIs that Siri would be proud of. I spent some time messing with the terrain, making sure that everything was going to be on build level, and then I began outlining the island. Now, I currently am using the grass terrain, and eventually I'll go back and I'll edit what kind of biome I actually want in certain areas, but I felt that using the same piece over and over just to make it a good outline or a shape was the best way to go about this process. So that's what I spent my time doing the majority of this clip, and yeah. Okay, so I've got ourselves a layout. Shoo! Look at that. Shoo! And so what I'm thinking is we do maybe a little bit more on this left side here and like cut in like that would be where the desert is, and then doing like the volcano kind of next to it. And so we'd have this little like middle part where it's like wasteland-ish, and then you'd have a little part over here where it's like savanna-ish. So I know it's kind of technically more than 3 biomes, which is what Siri told us, but she doesn't really have to know. I spent the next few minutes of me building really just outlining my different biomes. I had already established that I was doing the grass with the outline, and now I was going back and filling in the terrain of the desert and the volcano, which took me a lot of time and honestly probably isn't as perfect as I could have gotten it, but it sufficed for what this challenge was. And that's what a lot of this clip is. So I'm going to be quiet, let you guys just watch me build, and you guys can see the final result. Alright, I believe that volcano is done. It's not my best work, but you know, Siri made me do it, and I listen to the androids that will eventually control our lives. Definitely not my best work, but I think it's kind of clean. Like you got your little lava pool, and then you got your little like stream up here, and then you got your like big main volcano there. Like it's there. It happened. Like I said, I'm not proud of it, but the map will get better. I spent the rest of my time just filling in the desert biome, allowing myself to reorganize some stuff. I decided to bring the terrain on the desert just a tad bit higher, just one build, to kind of separate it from the grass. I didn't want any textures bleeding, anything looking too bad. So I felt like it was a smart choice, and it allowed me to just have a little bit of a height variation, which this map was definitely lacking at this point. I began filling in the desert biome and editing just a few minor details in other spots of the map, hoping that this would eventually be what would turn out to be the end, like, final result. Obviously, I would need nature and POIs, but, you know, one step at a time. Okay, so it is currently 9:26. And I have done a terrible job at staying up to date with this map. I literally took like a 7-hour break and didn't mean to. So we're going to have to continue tomorrow. And Siri will keep controlling our game tomorrow. Okay, I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I've not been on my computer in 2 weeks. So the whole, yeah, we're going to start tomorrow. Yeah, no, it's like 2 weeks later. But we're going to get this done. I'm like determined today. So we got it. Okay, so I have officially gotten the island done, which is pretty exciting if you ask me. I have these galleries that I need to get rid of. I got the volcano done obviously earlier on in the week, and I finally have filled in this map. That's what I've been doing the last like 20 minutes. So now we have to ask Siri an important question. Siri, how many POIs should I build on a Fortnite map? Did it work? No, that did not. Okay, we'll try this again. Siri, pick a number between 2 and 4. 2 and 4, that would be 2. Okay, so I got 2 POIs. I was going to show you, but she just kind of bugged out. So I'm thinking desert POI, grass POI. And I know that 2 is kind of little, but honestly, this is a small map anyway, so if I'm going to build something cool, 2 is probably enough. So I guess we're going to go ahead and do that. I spent the next few minutes really tackling down this desert POI. I wanted to make it kind of sort of like a Pueblo-ish city, so I got out my Pueblo galleries and started messing around with the pieces to see what I could use to build. I started making these little villages, just kind of one by one, combining buildings and different pieces together just to make this cool, like, livable neighborhood-looking POI. And I didn't build very much to this, but I did add a few buildings, added a little bit of nature towards the end, and overall, I was really happy with the way this came out. Okay, so I've kind of got one POI done. I know that this doesn't look great. Like, I would not recommend doing any of this, but literally just for time's sake, because I've been quote-unquote recording this video for 2 weeks, I just kind of conjured something up. I think it's pretty good. There's no interior. I just grabbed that gallery so I could get that piece. But, like, walking through it, it's pretty cozy. I mean, you got this pathway, and then you got the rocks, like, around, and then you got the little cacti. These are all from the new, like, rocket racing stuff, by the way. Like, their desert gallery is incredible. And you just kind of walk through, and, like, you got these little houses, and you walk around the path, and you got these 2, and then you got this big, excuse me, you got this big blue one in the back. And, you know, it's cozy. It's like a little cozy neighborhood that will get a name later. But now it's time to work on what I'm excited for, which is the grass POI. I began working on the final POI that was going to be included in this map. My idea was to make a suburb that went across the river, or I guess kind of a stream in this situation, and just was a really cool, like, cozy neighborhood, kind of similar to the desert one, but more modernistic and more, like, livable. So I started building the terrain out that I wanted for this, like, land bridge, and I realized there were a few issues with Fortnite terrain, because when are there not? But after eventually figuring it out, I was able to make this cool little shape to start my cool little land bridge. I began building the pieces all around. I didn't really line up the lines like I should have, but overall I think it worked for what it was going to be. Anyways, it was going to be covered in a road, so it didn't really matter the clipping and whatnot. I then began building the other side of the land bridge and connected them towards the end of this clip. And then I would begin building the suburb, which was my favorite part. I started getting that out the road, building the ramps to the road, and just making the path that would connect the 2 sides of the city. And then I began actually building the suburban houses. I made 3 on one side and then 1 modernistic house on the other. I didn't spend time to do interior, as I've been recording this video and editing this video for way too long. But I highly recommend that you take your time with a project that's kind of similar to this, making sure that everything is perfect, because you can build this in no time. So why not spend a little bit more time actually trying? And here is the end result. Alright, so then we're done. It's chill. So, you know, volcano, desert with a POI, and grassland with a POI. And this is definitely not my best work, and I don't even want to, like, try and say that it is, because it's not. And I don't want any of you to look up to this and be like, oh, well, I should be like that, because that's not true. You should definitely not follow this set. This was heavily rushed due to like time, like me not being, you know, a good person. Like, I didn't use my time very well on this. Don't just be like, oh, well, Full Moon did this, so that's what I should do. No, make your own. Like, a lot of you have talent out there, and you just got to use it correctly, you know. But that's gonna be everything for today's video. If you guys did enjoy Siri making a battle royale, please make sure to like and subscribe to the video. Let me know if you want to see a better challenge or like a more fun challenge like this. I really enjoyed making this in the actual time that I got to. And I know it's not perfect, but in a future video, I can do something similar and it would be perfect. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.